Imagine you've been running a race for a long time. It's been a long race, it's been a difficult one, full of obstacles, full of hurdles, difficult things, you've suffered, but you're happy now because like 200 meters before you, you see the finish line. And so you're very happy because you can't anymore. You're like, you gave your everything in this race, and now you're kind of out of breath. But you run some meters still, and then you realize that either a river went over the path, the track, or the track just disappeared and the earth swallowed the track, and you can't go on. You see the finish line perhaps, but you can't reach it. So you have to take a deviation, you have to take a bypass and try to find a track somewhere else. And then one day perhaps you can make it to the finish line. How would you feel? Tell me. Really frustrated, wouldn't you? Well, this is the way I felt this week. Because when I was posting the videos on YouTube last Sunday, I started feeling weird, and I started shivering, and I started having a pain on the right breast, and I asked myself, what the heck is going on here? And I had to, measure the fever and see what happened, and I realized that I did have a fever. So I called my doctor, she gave me antibiotics, I had to try to get them. And that was the beginning of a story I would have really preferred not to live. Because now I have a full-fledged infection, bacterial infection in this right breast. And I'm not very happy about it. 2 hours before that, I had been, walking. I went out for a power walk for 50 minutes. I was in pretty good shape. But of course I didn't feel completely perfect, but it came pretty suddenly and I realized that something was wrong there. So yeah, since then, of course I saw my doctor and everything. I have to wear this Prevena, which is huge. It has a bigger container because it's draining. The liquids are coming out. So if you hear some weird noise, it's this Prevena, it's not me. Anyway, so this is what happened. It's been pretty frustrating because it means that I need another operation. Haha, surprise! Again, surprise! Yeah, they have to cut open again, take out the implant, clean the whole thing, and see what they can do. Because actually the whole problem came because of my open wound, remember? The thing is, it was already pretty close compared to what it was before. So this is all the more frustrating because of that. It could have been, in 2 weeks it could have been closed and everything would have been, gone forever. I would have been on the, crossing the finish line. But now I have to take a huge deviation and, I don't know, will take some time again until the whole thing is healed. Because I have the operation on the 12th of December. That was already planned, but for something else. It was planned to take the ovary, the left ovary away, because I still have high risk of ovarian cancer because of my genetic mutation. But so they're going to use that operation to also operate on the right breast. Shouldn't be that complicated as the previous operation, but anyway, let's hope that things go well and that they can do something. I've been pretty frustrated at the beginning of this week, as you can imagine. I was actually pretty angry because that was not necessary. It was almost closed, this wound. And then, you know, talking with God and telling Him how I felt. I remember this text that you have in Psalm 138 that says in verse 3, "When I asked for your help, God, you answered my prayer and gave me courage." Because this is what I need now. I need courage, I need more strength to put up with this new hurdle, this new complication. At the beginning of the week I was like, how am I going to cope with this? But now, the week being over, I feel I do have the courage to cope with this. So this is it. It's my story. I would have preferred to be able to tell you something else, but this is what happened, and this is what I'm going to go through in the coming days. So I hope everything will go well this week now, and that no further complications will come up, and that the operation will take place on the 12th of December. Until then, I say goodbye, and I hope to see you next Sunday. Cheers. Bye.